Guys, sex, food, alcohol, sleep, social media, just lust, right? These are the type of energy we can easily achieve. And it is funny to think about that, right? Because those instant gratification, pleasure are the easiest type of energy that you can come by. It really is that easy. And oftentimes when you start thinking to yourself, is this all that exists? When I was in this loop of thinking, instant gratification, pleasure, these are the things I want. I want sex, I want food, I want sleep, I want social media, I want alcohol, I wanna do all this stuff, right? This is something that you need to pay attention to, because it is not the only thing that exists in this world. And because energy works in a very interesting way. So whatever you're doing right now and you start to feel a bit unstable, a bit confused, a bit lost, that is some indication that you're doing the same thing over and over again. And for the most people, for the majority of us, that's what we think. We think this is it, because it's so easy to achieve that. When it comes to instant gratification, like if you need sex, or if you want, you don't have that, then pornography is there. We can easily get that. It's one of those things that we all crave. And I've been in this position where I thought to myself, this is it. This is the type of energy, this is all that exists in this world. But I'll tell you differently though. There's actually more to just this aspect of things. This type of energy that we see out there, especially now that social media portray a lot of things just related to lust, sex, pornography, OnlyFans models. It goes everywhere, and people just talking about just drinking alcohol, sleeping around, wasting your time really. And that's not to say these are terrible things and I haven't done it. It's not to say that. We all went through it. This is life. We have phases where we just end up in a situation where we just pretty much looking and search for that instant gratification as much we possibly can, because it's easy, right? Sex, alcohol, food, doing nonsense like that is so much easier. But there is more to it. In terms of energy, there's so much more us, me and you, we can do, or we can tap into those energy. And one of the biggest one I've experienced recently is love. Whether it's a platonic love, when you fall in love with somebody, and people say that love is blind, and I see why. Because you are willing to do so much for the other person. Not just that kind of love, even love that you have for your friends, for your family, that you do anything for them. These are kind of love these are the energy that I thought to myself, it does exist, but I don't believe in it. Oh, it's hard to get by. It is hard to get that by because we're not cultivating it. We're not working towards it. We're not. No wonder why we don't really have that much love, compassion, we don't really show gratitude, we don't really forgive often, because those type of energy, they're pretty hard to come by with. When I say hard, it's not impossible. It means you really have to work on it. Even forgiveness, when someone pisses you off, someone done something so dirty to you, you find it hard to forgive because we don't practice that enough. If you can't forgive yourself, for example, for certain things you've done in the past, why do you think you'll be able to forgive someone else? If you don't have that love for yourself, why do you think you'll be able to then give that love to the people? It is crazy, but some people don't have that. And these are things that we can all work towards. These are things that we can make it possible. We can. Look, confidence, power, gratitude, love, empathy, compassion, all these things we can work towards it. When you start working towards getting that motivational energy then you will put your focus and attention into staying more motivated. When you realize certain things that I do in my life makes me motivated, makes me want to work harder for the future I want to achieve, or make me want to work harder to get the job I want to get. But when you're in that cycle of pleasure, it really is just a cycle that you repeat so often without you realizing, without you having to stop for a second and say, what am I doing? Then you might be stuck in there for quite some time. So you need to work and put more attention and focus to this other type of energy that exists out there, and it's beautiful. And I think the easiest one and the most stable one to start with, really truly, is stability. When you feel grounded, when you feel, okay, I'm here. That's like one of the easiest way to just bring that focus to yourself. Because we've all been there as a guy where lust is just, that girl, oh my God, she's fine. She's a paying woman, right? Then you go through that nonsense, then you have sex just to realize that you still feel miserable. You still go home and feel like crap. And it's just one of those things, It's not to say that pleasure are things that we don't crave for. We all do, we do. We are human beings, of course. But it is important to really put some attention to other type of energy that exists out there. And then, so you gotta get yourself grounded, stable. You gotta be able to, for you to achieve that other type of energy, stability and safety, you really have to spend more time in nature. Go somewhere, meditate in nature, where somewhere peaceful, earthy. Like you wanna be somewhere like that, You wanna walk barefoot, for example, in nature. That helps you connect yourself with nature. Like, it's the smallest thing we don't do, but then again, no one will think, I should go for a walk around the nature. I mean, we got park all around. At least in the UK, we got lots of park. Beautiful park where you can hear the birds singing, you just walking. Sometimes that kind of energy is what we need. Just tranquility, where you just feel safe, where you feel like, okay, I'm here, I'm present. That's the kind of energy I'm talking about. Go to the park and just sit down and hear the birds. Meditate if you want to. Walk around the house barefoot, or even in nature if you can. When you go there, go touch the grass, go and feel it. Get that good ass prana. Feel the fresh air coming to you. This is what will allow us to start feeling more grounded, more stable, more in tune with ourselves. Because to reach those high energy like love and compassion, you really gotta start by bringing yourself to a point where you're like, okay, I'm here, I got this. And then you can work your way up to achieving those high level of energy, which is not easy, by the way. It takes a while, but it is part of the journey, and this is what I want to be doing. I want to actually be able to walk barefoot in nature. I want to be able to spend more time just hearing the birds singing. I want to be able to meditate. Things like that really truly makes a huge difference, man. We don't spend time in nature anymore. Everyone's just stuck at home, like watch Netflix. And now that we all work from home, it is crazy, man. But my encouragement is to try your best, to connect to earth, to stay grounded, to feel stable and safe. This is why, when you're doing too much, this pleasures things, you do it and then you feel like when you eat junk food sometime, or when you drink alcohol, once it's done, it's gone, you feel like shit afterwards. It's just like, my energy. Do you guys not get that? Where you're just like, I'm so tired. Like, man, like what I'm trying to say basically is, let's work towards cultivating and tap into those other type of energy that's out there. The universe is there. God is there for you, Go and pray, go and meditate, go and walk in nature, go and get that good ass prana. Just excuse me, let that all in, man. But you have to make a decision. That's it. You gotta start slow. And one of the ways to do that is, like I mentioned, just go and do simple things like that. Get more in tune with yourself. Just do that. That's a good start. But anyways, this is it really, guys. Just want to advise you to go ahead and spend some more time in nature, breathing that good ass prana. You know, just do that. Go and walk in nature, walk barefoot if you can. It's gonna help you connect with yourself and the earth. You guys take care, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye, peace, ciao.